Hey, I'm Courtney Dawson, evidential psychic medium, ordained spiritualist minister, and mediumship teacher. For the last 11 years, I've been working professionally as a psychic medium, and I've been training people globally for the last 9 years in how to develop their own mediumship abilities. I'm going to be pulling back the curtain on my own mediumship development journey. I'm going to be sharing with you the highs, the lows, the losses, the growth, and everything in between. This podcast was built because it has the conversations that I was looking for when I started my own journey. Whether you are wanting to know if life continues beyond bodily death, what does it mean to actually channel spirit? Maybe you've had some experiences that you can't quite explain and are looking for someone to guide you on your own mediumship development journey. You are in the right place. I am so glad Spirit brought you here. Let's dive into this week's episode. Why your mediumship feels inconsistent and it's not what you think. You may have given a mediumship reading where you felt super clear, the evidence was accurate, your recipient knew what you were talking about, they knew who you were bringing through, everything flowed, your confidence was sky high. Then you go to do your next mediumship reading, you're doubting the information, your recipient doesn't know who you're talking about, you get a bunch of no's. Then you start wondering if that last reading was just a fluke, what you did wrong, and how do you get back to that place? You start questioning whether you're even cut out for this. And I want to share something with you, friend. That is not an indication of your ability as a medium. It has nothing to do with spirit abandoning you. It's actually something much more fixable than that. What inconsistency actually is almost always a connection problem. When you skip the first two steps, meaning connecting with your own soul and connecting to the energy of your recipient, and you just jump straight to spirit, if you don't follow that order, guys, you're going to have some issues. Some days you accidentally get the order right. Those are your good days. Some days you don't, and those are the days that make you spiral. The difference between those 2 days isn't your ability, it's your process. The next time that you give a mediumship reading and it does not go well, you were thinking, God, that was a really bad reading. You need to trace it back. Were you connected to your own body? Did you do a body scan first before you started that reading? Was your body tense? Was your mind tense? Did you have expectations about the reading? Were you feeling unwell that day? Did you get good sleep? Were you hungry? Were you trying too hard? Okay? Or were you in your head before you even got into that reading? Were you connected to your own spirit? Did you tap into that beautiful energy within and allow that feeling of unconditional love to fill you? Or were you already reaching outward to spirit before the reading started? Before you connected to your own soul? Were you trying to bring them in? Were you trying to get information before the reading started? Did you establish the recipient's energy before going to the spirit communicator? 9 times out of 10, that breakdown happened in step 1 or step 2. Now, here's the actual good news. If consistency were a talent problem, there'd be nothing to do about it. But it's actually a process problem. And a process can be learned, practiced, and repeated. There is nothing wrong with you, friend. There is nothing wrong with your mediumship. You're just actually missing a step, and that is fixable. When you start having consistency in your mediumship readings, it's going to feel the way you feel about yourself, your messages, the connections, your relationship with the spirit world. You are going to stop white knuckling every reading, hoping that you're going to bring through something good. You're going to have spirit show up. You're going to bring through messages that your recipient is going to understand. They're not going to judge you or doubt you. When you have a process, you're going to have something that you can come back to when you move out of the power, when you drop into a psychic link, when your recipient says no. You're going to be able to trust yourself because you now have a repeatable process, not because you got lucky, but you're literally pouring the concrete before you even put the walls up. Remember, this is all about having a foundation. You cannot build a house without a foundation. It will fall. This is why you need that repeatable process. And this is part of the Connected Spirit method. And we go deep into this within the Connected Spirit membership. And you will be practicing that connection with yourself, working with the psychic energy and working with the spirit world, because you need to understand all of the different energies that are involved in a reading and be able to know how to confidently work with all of those energies simultaneously. And it is a lot simpler, friend, than what you think. And when you do this practice of working the Connected Spirit method consistently, not just doing it once and it's a one and done, but you're working with it week after week in community with like-minded mediums and getting feedback from me as your mentor, you're going to notice that consistency isn't a gift. It's actually a dedicated practice. The Connected Spirit isn't just a podcast. It's a remembering of who we are, a remembering of our connection to spirit, and a remembering that we are never walking this path alone. Mediumship isn't just about speaking with spirits. It's about deepening the connection to our own spirit, to one another, and to the energy that moves through everything. So as you leave this space, ask yourself, what part of this conversation stirred something within you? What connection is spirit inviting you to strengthen? If this episode spoke to you, please share it, leave a review, and connect with me on Instagram at Medium Courtney Dawson, or visit my website at mediumcourtneydawson.com. Your presence in this community matters, because connection isn't just about what we seek. It's what we are. Until next time, trust your spirit, trust the unseen world, and trust that you are always, always connected.